Yeah, Toronto, Canada is a short flight from most northeastern American cities, and you sometimes forget it's such a short flight, it's another country. But Canada feels different than the U.S., different values in a lot of ways, different points of reference, different history, certainly when it comes to black folks.
This is Nelson George. I'm in Toronto, Canada. I'm about to walk around this very picturesque city, biggest city in Canada. The city with the biggest black population in Canada. I'm going to have some food. I'm going to go to some clubs. I'm going to have a good time.
A lot of murals around town, not as many as a place like Philadelphia, but quite a few.
Hey, I'm walking up John Street here in Toronto. It's one of the major drags, John Street. It goes all the way down to the river. I've just been down by the Rogers Centre, which is where the Blue Jays play, as well as Canadian football. All the major concerts are there.
Hockey is a major obsession of the Canadians, as we all know. And you even see art dedicated to hockey there. That's how much they love it.
Also down there is the CN Tower, which is sort of the symbol of Toronto. The Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty of Toronto. You can see it from miles around.
I mean, downtown Toronto is a really great spot, really good walking town, especially when it's not too cold.
I hit Queen Street. Queen Street is where much music is. Much music is the MTV of Canada.
All this weird architecture here in this building, this little car, that's from Much Music. It's a really interesting structure.
I'm inside Grange Park, which is a lovely park straight up John Street. It borderlines a big museum up ahead, so I'm just going to walk up a bit more.
The building here is the AGO building, art gallery. Movies are a big part of the Canadian spirit. They're very big moviegoers. They have a very strong Canadian movie, TV, and film industry that's supported by the National Film Board. Toronto Film Festival is every September, international festival. We had Toronto native Melissa Ford join us at the premiere of Good Hair at the festival. It's Chris Rock entering the theater. Michael Moore was there. All kinds of filmmakers from all over the world come to join this festival.
Which is executive directed by Cameron Bailey.
Black Toronto native. Cameron is one of the most powerful black people in international film because of his role at the Toronto Film Festival. Now I'm on my way and about to get in the subways. The subways there are very good, very clean. They don't go everywhere, but they go enough places that you can use them easily to get around town. Almost $3 American as a fare, but they get you where you need to go. So I'm going to go from St. Andrews Station, which is downtown, to Eglinton West, which is the heart and historic kind of heart of Black Toronto. I mean, there's a lot of areas black folks are all over town, but Eglinton is kind of the spiritual home, the 125th Street, if you will, for Toronto.
So I'm walking on Eglinton. Walking on Eglinton, past all kinds of African shops, Jamaican shops, jerk places, barber shop, Kong laundries, first choice for hair, African braiding.
And Good Hair, of course, is Good Hair all over. King of Pop is a King of Pop everywhere. It's amazing. You'll see Michael Jackson signage anywhere in the world. Again, a wide range of black shops, Caribbean shops, like African shops. Reggae music. West Africans, in fact, are a rising force in the city. They're one of the incoming new immigrant groups because the traditional black Caribbean communities are very established there.
Lots of clothing stores.
This is a West African movie rental spot where they have DVDs and VHSs from primarily Nigeria and Ghana.
Vegetarian roadie here on Eglinton, and I'm going to go sit down someplace and eat it, and I'll get back at you later. Nelson George here in Black Toronto.
This is the Eglinton Station. Had some really cool murals on the wall. I wanted to really capture some of that. And this is me about to head back toward my hotel and get ready to go out tonight. This right here is the Drake Hotel, which is in a very hip section of Toronto. I don't know if the rooms are apparently small, but this place is really lively. It's two big bars, as well as sort of a little lounge, and it's a very kind of hipster vibe. One of the spots I had a great time at was a place called Lula, which is a live music venue that also has parties. And what it is, which is a 15-year-old black adult-oriented party, was happening there the weekend I was there. They'd play from Michael Jackson to reggae to lots of house music. And it's where a 25 to 35 black Torontonian gets their groove on.
The all-night beach patty spot.
Toronto at night is a really fun town. Whether it's cold or hot, they get out. They don't care. There's tons of live music venues. There's lots of clubs. I went to a couple of great spots. A space called Train. I went to the Orbit Bar. Man, it's a really good town.
This is Nelson George from BlackAtlas.com. I've had a great time in Toronto. Had some great meals, went to a couple of great parties, saw some excellent musicians. Bottom line, Toronto's a lot blacker than you think it is. This is Nelson George from BlackAtlas.com. Catch you in the air.